Alright, what is crack-lacking, guys? Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video, that is. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today is going to be a little bit different of a video. I never expected to do this, but yesterday, me, Formula, and Kiwis, we decided to play a couple games before we made our videos, and we ended up going on a 6-win streak, which is, it's not that crazy. Like, obviously there's been bigger win streaks, so I understand it's not like that crazy, but in the very last game, I ended up clutching, I believe it's a 1v8 or something crazy like that. And I end up hitting some of the nastiest shots and basically solo squatting the rest of the lobby by myself to clutch up so we could keep the win streak going. And I kind of just want to review the gameplay with you guys and give you some tips if you guys are trying to solo squad or if you guys are even just trying to get better at the game. And before you go in the comment section being like, Nick, you're trash, I don't need tips from you. Understand, I'm not the #1 ranked player in the game, but I feel like I have good enough knowledge that some people that are just starting off might not have, and I can give you guys tips so that you guys can get better at the game, so that you can always have the advantage in a fight and just know what to do when the time comes if you're in a situation where you feel trapped. So I'm just going to talk you guys through it and show you guys the gameplay at the same time and let you know what's going on in my head and what I'm doing to make sure that, you know, I get the win for my boys to keep the win streak going. Alright guys, so we're just gonna jump in to the 6th and final game we won. Okay, so as you guys can tell, it wasn't really that high kill of a game. I got 1 kill here, I believe it was 2 here, and then 2 more. It was either 5 or 6 in total. I can't remember exactly. This is basically when it got heated. This is when it got started. So I'm up top of the mountain. I'm behind my teammates, Formula and Kiwis. I'm actually going to take the HUD off for this. I'll just start playing it a little bit and talk you guys through it. So Formula is pushing right now, and then he gets pulled up on a team. You know, I try to snipe the guy. I miss there. And there you can see the whole entire team. We got Hold Tight Ass Knee, Controller Daddy, Twitch Pudge 591, and yeah, I think that's it. So it was a 3v3, but then they got pulled up on. Formula went down, and then Kiwis was kind of in a bad position. He pushed up. So as you guys can see, Kiwi and Formula are down right now, and now I gotta face this entire squad by myself. Okay, so it's me versus these 4 guys in front of me now. And so what's going through my head right now is I just have to play this completely safe. I cannot push these guys. If I push, they're going to bombard me, and I'm going to die. So what's running through my head is I'm just going to stay back. I'm going to hit as many shots as I possibly can. I'm not going to peek too long, though, because I don't want to get sniped or picked off with a little headshot from an AR coming at me. So right there, that was such a crucial snipe. So the fact that I hit that snipe allowed me to peek to the right. This guy was shooting at me. If I didn't hit that snipe, this guy wouldn't have panic build. He probably would have shot back at me at the same time. So what it allowed me to do, that I hit that snipe, he's so low, he got scared. I was able to put a couple shots in his buddy over here. We'll go back so you guys can see it full speed. I'm just trying to run you guys through what's going on in my head, but for me to run it through, I kind of have to pause and play. He's trying to push me, though. He's probably talking to his buddies like, yo, one of you guys push that has health. And then Hold Tight Ass Knee tries to push me. And I'm hitting shots like I'm a madman, like I'm Nick Merckx with aim assist on PS4, you know what I'm saying? And that's a crucial thing you need to do when people are pushing you. You're in solo squads, you need to hit all your shots when they're pushing, especially if they're not building. Like these kids, they were pretty decent, but they weren't like anything crazy, because I could tell by the way they were pushing me, they weren't building to cover every opening. So those little openings I got, you got to peek for a little bit, try to get 2 or 3 shots off, go back down. So that's what I was doing. So let's run it back. You guys will see. Hold Tight Ass Knee. He's probably like, oh yeah, I got 100-something health. Luckily there, I hit the headshot too. So I take off his shield and I take some damage on his normal health off. And then I think I hit him one more time. He starts building, and then his buddy starts pushing. He doesn't start building either right away, which is good advantage for me. You see Controller Daddy now healed up. That's the original guy I sniped. I wanted to get some more high ground on them, because I knew they were going to push up. And when people push you, you need to have the high ground. Like, here, I'm barely high enough above them. But then they were pushing me, so I had to stop building up. And I had to start taking shots again, so as you guys can see. So I built up, and I'm getting pushed back now. They're shooting at me. So this is when one of the guys decided he was going to start pushing. Hold Tight Ass Knee. I hit him about 3 times. I hit him again. So he starts pushing me, so I start building up again, right? I see him coming. I hit him with the shot. I see his buddy building, so I have to ignore him completely. Like, I have to forget about him. This is a thing you need to do if you're in a solo squad situation, solo duo, you have to give up someone you might be fighting to fight someone else who is pushing you. And you can't greed for the kill. Even I knew he was almost dead because I was hitting white shots. I knew he was almost dead, but I gave up the fight to get the high ground on this kid because he would have been able to shotgun me right away. So I built up on this kid. So they start pushing me now. They start shooting grenades at me. And so I'm building a little bit closer because with grenade launchers, you want to get closer to the people, right? If you're farther away, they can keep pushing you, keep shooting grenades. You want to get as close as possible. Right there, I knock his buddy. I actually hit that shotgun shot on that guy. I turn around because I hear this guy coming. I completely forgot about him. Like I said before, guys, you have to completely forget about certain people, right? So now he's getting the revive on his buddy, but then the storm's coming in. So now I have to play my own life, and I have to get down because they could shoot my ramps down while I'm building in, and I could, you know, take damage. Unfortunately, I took fall damage there. Also, what you notice, I'm playing the zone to where... Well, let me go back quick. I have to show you. This is important. I am the last one out of the zone, and the reason I'm not rotating first is because I know that they have 2 kids down below. And I know that this guy is going to leave himself open because he wasn't building before. And I knew I was going to get free shots on him. So right here, I see the zone coming. I know I'm going to only take 2 damage per zone hit, and I see him running away. So I get 2-3 easy free shots on him, and I milk the damage because I know it's going to be worth it in the end to get the damage on him. So now I'm rotating in while trying to, you know, check to make sure they're not following me and pushing me. And I'm just trying to get, you know, to the safe zone because there were 9 people left still. I knew there was a squad in front of me. There again, they lack to build, these guys. They really like to shoot, and then they build after, which is not what you should be doing. You should cover yourself and do peeks as much as possible. I believe here I was running low on material too, so I didn't want to waste, you know, a lot of material just in case they all 4 pushed me. They're like, hey, we're going to push this kid. He's all by himself. We'll leave those 2 to be last, and then we'll deal with that squad after we just get the solo kid out of the way. That's what is probably running through their mind. So I see this Twitch kid. Yet again, he's pushing me, and he's taking damage because I'm shooting him. Unfortunately, he got one of the rocks, so he got the high ground on me. I couldn't do anything. So right here, I almost choked this, but I hit a nasty headshot so I have 9 health right here. So instead of BMing him or completely getting rid of him, I go back on my ramp because I know there's going to be more people pushing me, and I drink my minis as soon as possible, as fast as I can, because you need that health, right? I only had 9 health, so literally I was still a 1-shot to shotguns. I was a 1-shot to everything, even with the double potion. And I also heard this guy pushing up on me, and I knew his buddies were close and they were pushing up on me, and I see this guy here. And luckily he had low health too, but I did hit a headshot for like 100 something there as well. And I'm just getting rid of these kids as soon as possible, just in case, you know, they have heals, because I am so low. I needed a med kit or something, and I didn't have anything, so I wanted to get rid of them, just loot them. I had no mats as well, so luckily they had mats for me. And now I'm pushing up a little bit, trying to find out where his teammates are, what's going on. Now I'm just trying to play my life for the most part. And I hear a chest, and I'm thinking, oh, there might be a med kit if I'm lucky. Bada boom, bada bing. There you go. That's why you check the chests at the end game, baby. That's what's up. I got super lucky there. But that 9 health clutch was huge. Okay, also, one thing I want to touch up on. I'm going to talk about this fight really quick that I just had, even though I just went over it. You know, there's some more things I think I can add. So I'm building up. He obviously gets the high ground. So at this point, I just look up for him. I stopped building. What I see a lot of people lack to do in build fights is they forget to stop building and start shooting. So when I knew he had the high ground, I was out of mats, completely out of mats here. I believe I had 0. That's why I didn't build up on him right here. Instead, I took the fight. And that's what a lot of people forget to do. They forget to pull their guns out. And I got a lucky little shot on him to damage him right here. Right there. Took just a little bit of damage off, but just enough, you know, to weaken him a little bit. And then I'm waiting for him to peek over. Luckily, he jumped over instead of peeked me and just shot down at me, because he could have easily killed me like that. But he jumped over, which was his disadvantage. But you'll notice right here, watch. I immediately, since I know I'm getting shot, I have 9 health. Watch how fast I build here, react build, because I know he's coming. So this is when I head back and I take my health. You have to remember immediately, as soon as you kill someone or anything, just start healing as fast as possible. Build a 1x1 if you have to first, but in my case I didn't have mats, so I just backed up to the nearest cover, which was this ramp that I built before, and I started healing. And then I just took the fight with this guy. I kind of lucked out because he was low health. And yeah, but I hit my shots. That's the important thing. And you'll also see my movement here. I'm jumping around, not standing still. You'll see him push again. That's another big thing. You don't want to stand still when you're doing your shotgun shots battles. You want to jump around, you know, strafe around as much as possible. That way these guys don't got easy headshots on you. You know what I mean? A big tip you never want to do in shotgun shots is crouch. You always want to be jumping around. Or if anything, you know, get the high ground, build up, then do the shotgun battle, right? Okay, so now we're back to, I just got the med kit. I'm healing up. And now my plan was here, I'm going to try to pop the supply drop, hopefully get a shield, and then immediately just rotate around. Because I know the last two guys from his squad were in a fight with the, you know, the last two guys over here. And I actually didn't know there was a guy there. I wasn't even paying attention at first. You know, I was just trying to focus on getting the supply drop and then getting out of there. And that's what I did. I got the supply drop, and I just built out, and I wanted to sneak around as much as I could. That way, you know, because I knew I didn't want to have to do a 2v1 on these kids. Another big thing, because I knew I knew these guys probably had the advantage over the one kid left. I knew I had to take these guys down first. And right there, I also saw, he saw me, we saw each other. And I see his buddy standing still, though. And the big thing about these 2v1 situations you need to do is a key component to winning in solo duos and stuff like that. As you guys know in my videos, I play a lot of duos, a lot of squads with people, and I have to clutch up. The biggest thing you need to do is you need to hit your sniper shots on the first kid that you're gonna fight. And that is a big thing. If you can get good with the sniper, you are gonna be so versatile because you can teach yourself to be better with AR and shotgun pretty quickly. But the sniper is definitely a craft that takes time to learn over time. You know, you kind of get to judging to see how far the bullet's gonna drop and whatnot. But when you get the sniper down, it is gonna be a key component in your duo game and your squad game, because right here I see the open advantage that this guy is just standing still looking at, you know, the other solo that's going to be pushing him right now. I thought this is a great advantage to get it to a 1v1. Boom, I nailed the headshot. And then I start rotating because I feel like his buddy is going to go for the revive. But he starts shooting at me, actually, instead of going for the revive. So, you know, I'm building in front of me. I know he has a sniper. He's peeking his head. And I hit the Hail Mary of headshots. He couldn't have been peeking any lower. That was the nastiest headshot I have ever hit in my entire career of sniping. Let's take a look back at that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it was so beautiful. And the sound. I'm not going to talk during the sound. Just listen. Just listen. Beautiful. That was one of the nastiest headshots I have ever hit. It was incredible. I timed his peak. I timed his little peak because, you know, he kept going up and down, and I just timed it perfectly where his head was just skimming it, and I just nailed it perfectly on. I mean, just look at how little bit of a sliver his head was peeking over that wall. Right there. Boom. I just saw his head just barely be like... Dude, that was one of the nastiest headshots I've ever hit. Like, because he was barely peeking over it. I was shocked, and you should have heard Kiwis and Formula screaming, like, at the top of their lungs when I hit that shot. And at this point, here, let me go back to my gameplay. At this point, I basically knew I'm going to clutch up. I just did a 1v5, basically, or a 1v6, whatever it was. I knew there was one guy left. He's pushing me. He's not building, and he paid for it. I sniped him there at the end for the win. And the 1v6 clutch on those kids. Just to run it back quick before, you know, I end the video, I just want to give you guys a little tip here. See, he starts pushing me, and he's not building, and so I pull out, as soon as I shoot my sniper shot too, you see me switching to my Scar immediately, just in case he had shield. I wanted to be able to clean up the kill, and the reason I didn't start off with my Scar too is because, you know, I have my sniper shot down. So definitely for you guys, what I would do if you got people pushing you, start with your sniper. You want to get the sniper kill first because it's the most damage and it can hurt them the most, and you know, when they're pushing you. So definitely start with the sniper, then switch your AR immediately if they're not shooting you. Start shooting. My advice is I I have this rule now where I take three or four shots and I build right after. I build myself because usually 3 or 4 shots is enough time for them to react. They'll put a wall down. They'll start shooting back. So I'll do 3 or 4 shots. You know, don't over peek. You don't want to do that because you'll pay for it. Trust me. My man up top there, you see is glowing, his orange glowing loot. You know, he paid for it. So yeah, guys, like I said, that is how I clutched the 1v6 to keep the 6 win streak alive. So it was pretty amazing. I really wish I would have recorded the gameplay, but you know, if I recorded, it wouldn't happen because my game hitches a lot. You guys know I always complain about it in my videos. It lags a lot when I do record.